let's talk kits and jerseys. And so I wanted to go through the selection of what we're seeing at the African Nations Cup, because there's always good stuff coming out of Africa and a lot that you wouldn't normally see. So what we're gonna do in this video is just look at some of the shirts. I'm gonna break them down in 3 categories: the good ones that are solid, the ones that are bad, and then the ones that are brilliant. But there's plenty of good stuff here. There's some belters and some horror shows. So let's get into them. Now, to begin, I want to give a shout out to footyheadlines.com because they had the most comprehensive layout of all the kits. If you look at this image, which is a brand wheel pretty much, these are all the different kit manufacturers for AFCON this year. And as you can tell, there are quite a lot. And there's only one Nike, there's only one Adidas, there's only one New Balance, 5 Puma. We'll get to those in a minute. All right, so let's start with the ones that I would classify as good. Maybe not shirts I would push the boat out to buy, but if I could somehow acquire them, I'd be pretty stoked because they're cool. First one is the Cape Verde Islands home uniform. I love this shade of blue. I also really dig the little outline of the islands on the front. I think this is a classy little shirt. All right, next one is Guinea's home kit. What I like about this is it's simple, but it's slick. I mean, the pinstripes are cool. The color combination of green, red, and yellow is very good. Next is the Gambia. Their shirts actually are kind of ugly. The design's not great. There's a whole bunch of weird triangles, but one thing makes this, and that is the scorpion coming off the shoulder. Scorpions are always rad in my opinion. Having it come down from the shoulder instead of just being emblazoned in the middle is unique. So that saves this kit because, to be honest, they're a little rough. Next are Angola's 3 strips. I really like what they did with all of them. When I saw them playing in them, they just looked a little bit more bland, but they're classy. They got nice designs, and they managed to keep a pretty clean look and consistency with all 3 shirts, something not every manufacturer has done. The next one is the Democratic Republic of the Congo. It's actually their home and away that I'm a fan of. I like the sky blue. They're the only team that actually wears that as their first shirt. And then the white one is very nice because I've never actually seen a kit that has the 3 stripes that go in those directions. I don't know. There's something about that that's just clever design to me. And let's wrap up this section with Namibia's home kit. Look, this one's a little wild. It's like a throwback to the 90s. It's the kind of thing that maybe Jorge Campos, the legendary Mexican goalkeeper, would have worn. But there's a certain nostalgia to this one for me that I really enjoy. Now that's one of Namibia's good ones. They also have a really terrible one. So let's move on to those. Let's move on to the bad, ugly kits that you're just kind of wondering, what on earth are you looking at here? And also, before I start this section entirely, I'm just going to say, I don't like any of the Puma kits. Not one of them. Egypt's white one is not bad. I don't hate Morocco's, but overall they're boring and they all just look like training shirts. Come on, Puma. Sort yourselves out. Like, how can this many uniforms be terrible? So with these Puma kits, Ghana, I think, have the worst ones. Their home shirt's okay because of the black star that's in the middle, but the away one, this red one, is awful. What I hate about these is this box or shape that they have in the middle. I don't understand how no one at Puma went, that just doesn't look very good. Anyway, I made a whole short about how much I hated this Ghana jersey. So another team with bad Puma jerseys is Senegal. This is so boring. And again, the away one just kind of looks like a cheap training jersey. It's just weak. All right, getting away from Puma. First, we have to talk about Cameroon. Now, Cameroon are widely known to have amazing kits. Puma designed a one piece for them that was rad back in the 2000s that had like claw marks going up the side. It was sick, but how far they have fallen. These kits by Cameroon are bizarrely terrible. I don't know what you call this. This looks like a Transformers motif or something. Add the shorts to it, it is even worse. And it's all 3 of them. All right, on to a weird one, Namibia, their 3rd kit. What the hell am I looking at here? Like, who comes up with this color palette? It is so different from anything. Doesn't look like their flag. It's just a very strange mix of purple and pink. I mean, I can imagine this shirt going in the wash and just staining everything you got. Okay, and we have to close with Guinea-Bissau because all 3 of their shirts are wild. Seriously, the home shirt and the 3rd shirt, they have these double diamond patterns with all these colors. Honestly, those look like tennis kits to me. This looks like the kind of thing Francis Tiafoe would rock at the Australian or US Open, and he would absolutely pull it off. But I don't think this looks good on a football pitch. Now, the away kit looks like a golf shirt. So I don't know where this comes from, but it just doesn't fit. fit. All right, let's move on to the brilliant ones. All right, let's start with Nigeria. And every single year, whether it's the green or the white strip, for a while now, Nigeria always show up with something cool. The green one with the eagle and all the different patterns, that one's just sweet. But then this white one, you gotta love what Nike did here with the shoulders and the arms. This one's just super classy and probably very easy to find. The next one is South Africa's away jersey. South Africa have had some cool kits in the past. This one is not as loud or weird as some of them, but it's clean and it's just very nice. The shade of forest green, I love it. There's a little texture in the background. Though it's pretty simple, this is one of the ones I really like. Next is Tunisia's third jersey. Now, what I don't understand about this kit is why the other two don't have the same pattern, because this pattern that they have is fantastic. It's beautiful. The red and the white one have this boring, weird arch thing. I guess it's a nod to Tunisian architecture. That's fine. Now, this one may go down as one of those mystery shirts that's worth a lot later because there were so few made. Then we've got Tanzania's third shirt, another one that you probably will never see. This one's just cool. I think it's the kind of shirt that you could wear with like a black blazer and it would look pretty sweet on a night out. Call me crazy. I'm willing to do that. But yeah, the badge is dope. I'm a sucker for the sort of mountain pattern thing. It's cool. And I love the color combination. So yeah, that one's good. And finally, for sure, the best trio is Mali. The home, the away, and probably the hardest kit of all, this third jersey. I mean, these are insane. You've got the eagle with the plumage coming back, and then, yep, stealing the idea from Cameroon back in the day, they have the shred marks up the side, which do actually look like they're textured into the shirt. So, I mean, this just is the best uniform. And all three of them look the same. You can never go wrong with this color scheme. And yeah, I mean, one of these is probably worth the purchase. So let me know what you think. Are there any that I thought were terrible that you thought were dope, or the other way around? And anyone who has a connection or a plug on how to find these rare ones, let me know. I would love to hear. Of course, I do not need to buy more kits. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. This is Campfire Football. Have a good one.